Hello and welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with the previous day practice question. Consider the following statements regarding Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited (NPCIL). NPCIL is a public sector enterprise under the administrative control of the Department of Atomic Energy. The company was registered as a public limited company under the Companies Act 2013. Kudankulam Nuclear Power Plant is the largest nuclear power station in India, Tamil Nadu. Select the correct option using the codes given below. 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3, none of the above. The correct answer is option A. Recently, the Russian state-owned nuclear energy corporation Rosatom has offered a more advanced fuel option to India's largest nuclear power station at Kudankulam. Hence, statement 3 is correct. It will also allow its reactors to run for an extended 2-year cycle without stopping to load fresh fuel. NPCIL is a public sector enterprise under the administrative control of the Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The company was registered as a public limited company under the Companies Act 1956 in September 1987. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Hence, option A is correct. Now let's start with the today's session. The first question is, consider the following statements regarding the exercise Harimau Shakti 2022. It is a naval exercise between India and Malaysia. In 2022, it will take place in Malaysia. Which of the above given statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, India-Malaysia joint military exercise Harimau Shakti 2022 commenced at Pulai, Luang, Malaysia on 28th November and will culminate on 12th December 2022. Hence, statement 1 is not correct while statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is correct. Exercise Harimau Shakti is an annual training event between the India and Malaysian Army which is being conducted since 2012. Combat experienced troops of the Garhwal Rifles Regiment of Indian Army and the Royal Malay Regiment of the Malaysian Army are participating in the exercise this year. They will share experiences gained during operations in order to enhance interoperability in planning and execution of various operations in jungle terrain. The next question is, recently the term wet leasing was in the news. It is related to defense and security, augmented reality, aircraft or space exploration. The correct answer is option C, aircraft. In efforts to boost international air traffic, the Civil Aviation Ministry has allowed Indian Airlines to take wide-body planes on wet lease for up to 1 year recently. Wet leasing means taking the plane along with operating crew and engineers, while dry leasing refers to taking only the aircraft on rent. Hence, option C is correct. The technical term for wet leasing is ACMI, which stands for Aircraft, Crew, Maintenance and Insurance. These are the aspects of the operation that the wet lease airline takes care of. While the airline client will still be responsible for paying for direct operating costs, such catering and fuel as well as fees such as airport fees, ground handling charges and navigation fees. Operations of an aircraft on wet lease are more difficult for the Directorate General of Civil Aviation to monitor, which is why it is allowed for shorter durations. The next question is, which of the following is correct about the Silver Line project? Railway project of Kerala, ropeway project in Odisha, 6-lane highway project in Uttarakhand or air connectivity project in Maoist areas? The correct answer is option A, railway project of Kerala. The Kerala state government has decided to recall the revenue officials deployed to conduct a social impact assessment study for land acquisition regarding the Silver Line rail corridor project. The Silver Line project is the proposed 529.45 km railway line which will link Thiruvananthapuram in the south to Kasargod in the north of Kerala. It is covering 11 districts through 11 stations within 4 hours at a speed of 200 km per hour. On the existing Indian Railways network, it now takes 12 hours. The deadline for the project being executed by the Kerala Rail Development Corporation Limited is 2025. KRDCL or K-Rail is a joint venture between the Kerala government and the Union Ministry of Railways created to execute big railway projects. Hence, option A is correct. The next question is, in the context of Indian arts and culture, the Bhav Gite is associated with which of the following states? Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat or Karnataka? The correct option is Karnataka. Bhavagite is one of the most important folk music of Karnataka, hence option D is correct. Bhavagite literally means music of expression and hence the singer's expressions constitute the most important aspect of this form of music. The subject matter of this musical form deals with nature, love, philosophy, etc. Though it is an ancient musical form, contemporary musicians and singers have revived it by incorporating the poems written by eminent Kannada writers and poets. The next question is, in the context of geography, the Fujiwara effect is used in the context of volcanic eruption, mountain formation, ocean currents or tropical cyclones. The correct answer is option D, tropical cyclones. On September 1, 2022, Super Typhoon Hinamur, the strongest tropical cyclone of the year, was hurtling towards Taiwan from the western Pacific Ocean. Another tropical storm called Gardo was moving towards Hinamur from its southeast. As the two approached each other, they started a dance around the central line between them, showcasing a textbook example of what is known as the Fujiwara effect. The Fujiwara effect is any interaction between tropical storms formed around the same time in the same ocean region with their centers or eyes at a distance of less than 1400 kilometers with intensity that could vary between a depression and a super typhoon. Hence option D is correct. The next question is, consider the following pairs. Places in news, country. Iceland, Russia, Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? 1 only, 1 and 3 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 2 and 3. The correct option is B, 1 and 3 only. Recently, the protests were triggered by a deadly fire in Urumqi, the capital of the far western region of Xinjiang in China. The city had been under lockdown for more than 100 days, with residents unable to leave the region and many forced to stay home. Hence, pair 1 is correct. Recently, COP27 was held in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. Hence, pair 3 is correct. Recently, at least 8 people have been confirmed dead after a landslide hit the Italian island of Ischia, damaging buildings and obliterating transport infrastructure. Hence, pair 2 is not correct. Therefore, option B is correct. The next question is, consider the following statements with reference to Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. It was launched on April 8, 2015 for providing loans up to 10 lakh to the non-corporate, non-farm small micro enterprises. These loans are only given by commercial banks. Mudra was registered as a company under the Companies Act 2013. Select the correct option using the codes given below. 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option B, 1 and 3 only. Bad loans under the Mudra Yojana for all banks, public, private, foreign, state, cooperative, regional, rural and small finance since the launch of the scheme on April 8, 2015 added up to Rs 46,053.39 crore as on June 30, 2022. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is a scheme launched by the Honorable Prime Minister on April 8, 2015 for providing loans up to 10 lakh to the non-corporate, non-farm, small micro enterprises. Under the aegis of PMMY, Mudra has created 3 products, namely Shishu, Kishore and Tarun. These loans are given by commercial banks, RRBs, small finance banks, MFIs and NBFCs. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Mudra was registered as a company in March 2015 under the Companies Act 2013 and as a non-banking finance institution with the RBI on 7th April 2015. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option B is correct. The next question is, consider the following statements regarding National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. It is a constitutional body. It is mentioned in Article 338A of Indian Constitution. The chairperson, vice chairperson and other members of the commission shall be appointed by the President. Select the correct option using the codes given below. 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. The 2-day workshop organized by NCST on Janjatiya Anusandhan Ashmita Astitva Evam Vikas. The workshop was inaugurated on 27th November in the plenary hall of Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. Discussions and deliberations on important issues like heavy degradation of natural resources, malnutrition, stress migration. NCST is a constitutional body mentioned in Article 338A of Indian Constitution. Hence, Statement 1 is correct and Statement 2 is also correct. The commission shall consist of a chairperson, vice chairperson and 3 other members. They shall be appointed by the president. Hence, Statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option D is correct. The next question is, consider the following statements with reference to Khajuraho group of temples. They are built in the medieval century by the Chandela dynasty. They are the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The Khajuraho temples belong to the Hindu as well as the Jain religion. Select the correct option using the codes given below. 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. The common date palm, Khajura, has given Khajuraho its name. Khajuraho temples were rediscovered in the 1850s after being neglected for centuries. It is in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Built in the medieval century by the Chandela dynasty, the UNESCO site of Khajuraho group of monuments is famous for its Nagara style architecture. Hence, statement 1 and 2 is correct. The Khajuraho temples belong to the Hindu as well as the Jain religion. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option D is correct. The next question is, consider the following statements with reference to Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited, IREDA. It has been notified as a public financial institution under the Companies Act 1956. It is registered as Non-Banking Financial Company NBFC with Reserve Bank of India. Its motto is Energy Forever. It comes under the administrative control of Ministry of Power. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1, 2 and 4 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, 1, 3 and 4 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is option B, 1, 2 and 3 only. IREDA has been notified as a public financial institution under Section 4A of the Companies Act 1956. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is registered as non-banking financial company with Reserve Bank of India. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It helps in promoting, developing and extending financial assistance for setting up projects relating to new and renewable sources of energy and energy efficiency conservation with the motto Energy Forever. Hence, statement 3 is correct. It comes under the administrative control of Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Hence, statement 4 is not correct. Therefore, option B is correct. Now it's time for the practice question. Which of the following countries is not associated with Arctic Council? Finland, Norway, United States or United Kingdom? You can send us the answer in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay connected with us.